Happy Halloween because you have reached Red Steele's Toy Collector Review. I'm your man, Red Steele, and today I have a very special review because I'll be reviewing from WWE Ultimate Edition, Undertaker. WWE Ultimate Edition, Undertaker. But before I get into the actual review, I just want to go over some of the awesome details on this packaging. Up front here, typical is finishing with the figure and all his accessories inside. Across the top here it says Undertaker. In the corner here you have an 8+, which is age requirement for this figure. Down here you have the WWE Ultimate Edition logo, and on the very bottom here it says Ultimate Articulation for authentic posability. And next to that you have the Mattel emblem. Then on top of the packaging here, again you have the WWE Ultimate Edition logo, and over here in the corner it says Undertaker. Then on the side of the packaging here, once again you have the WWE Ultimate Edition logo, over here it says Undertaker, and on the bottom here you have the WWE Legends logo. Then on the other side of the packaging here, on the very top it starts off with the WWE Legends logo, middle here a profile shot of Undertaker, and down here it says Undertaker. Then on the back of the packaging here, in the corner here you have a holographic sticker that says Official Legends Product. Over here a picture of the actual figure. In the middle here you have the WWE Legends logo. Next to that it says Undertaker. Then in the corner here you have a profile that says Undertaker is 6 feet 10 inches tall. He hails from Death Valley. His finisher is the Tombstone. Career highlights: WWE Champion, Hall of Fame inductee. Over here we have an actual picture of the Undertaker. And down here it says Undertaker built his career by digging holes and taking souls. In that Survivor Series 1995, he debuted one of his most memorable and menacing looks. Now with a ghoulish mask, the Dead Man eliminated 3 opponents in quick succession before sending his most hated rival Mabel running for the back, and knowing that he too would soon rest in peace. In the corner here, the Mattel emblem, and next to that it says Empowering Generations Through Play. WWE Legends Ultimate Edition, Undertaker. Undertaker was released October 2025 with the suggested retail price of $34.99, and he's available exclusively at Target. Undertaker has over 30 points of articulation for true-to-life, authentic posability. His accessories include his trademark hat, mask, tie, trench coat, 2 swappable heads, and 2 swappable hands. Undertaker stands 6 inches tall, and he is meant for fans ages 8 and up. And then the Undertaker on my display table. So I'm going to go over some of his play features and accessories. First by talking about his swappable hands. It includes 2 of these swappable hands, and these hands have the positioning where there's 2 fingers up, 2 fingers down, and a thumb out. And this is the hand gesture he used to use when he stuck to the power of the urn. But the one thing about these hand sculpts is he only used the right hand. So for some reason they sculpted both the left and right hand, which is incorrect. Only the right hand was used. But these hand details nonetheless are fantastic. You got the fold in the fabric there. You got this texture here that kind of gives you that leather feel to it. You have some stitch detail throughout the glove. Very, very nicely done. Or to swap out these swappable hands, you want to take the old hand here. You want to pull it away from the wrist. It reveals a little porthole at the wrist. At the end of the hand here, you have a tapered peg. You want to take that tapered peg and push it right into the porthole just like that to hear a little pop. And now you have Undertaker with this swappable hand. Very, very cool. I want to go ahead and take these swappable hands and put them off to the side, because the next accessory I want to bring in are his 2 additional swappable heads. You got one with the mask and without the mask, which is pretty cool. And you're wondering, well, why do you have 2 head sculpts here with the mask on? And there's a slight difference in the 2 details. You got one where he's got the teeth, he's kind of, I don't know if he's smiling or grinning. And here he's got the stone face where he's not showing much expression at all. You got a lot of detail with these head sculpts too. You got like a lot of paint detail, especially around the mask. And the mask is molded on the face here. And the hair is a separate mold. It's like made out of rubbery plastic. And the funny detail about this head sculpt, or all three head sculpts, is Mattel's very unforgiving when it comes to details because, I mean, during certain phases, they'll catch it and they'll put it on the figure. And here, Undertaker dyed his hair black during this phase of The Undertaker, and his roots were growing, happened to be growing in around, I guess, Survivor Series 95. And here they actually got that detail in this figure where you can see the reddish brown hair kind of growing out from the roots, and you got the black hair on the ends here. It's a pretty funny detail, but very nice. And the other head sculpt here is actually Undertaker without the mask. You can see his full beard, you can see his eyes. I don't think he really wore a lot of eye makeup, or they just missed that detail. You got these strands of hair, which, like I said, the hair is molded out like a rubbery plastic, so you got the strands of hair that kind of go over his face, and they go up and down. So if you want to put the mask on, which is another accessory that comes with the Undertaker, which I'll do in a moment, it kind of gives you that ability to do so. But in order to swap out the head here, you want to take Undertaker's head and pop it from the neck, just like that. At the end of the neck here, you have a little ball socket joint. At the bottom of the head here, you have a ball socket port. I want to go and grab the maskless face here. I'm going to put that right onto the ball socket joint, just like that. And now you have Undertaker with his new head. And I'm probably going to do the rest of the review with this version of The Undertaker because there's a lot of accessories that kind of play along with this head sculpt. So I'm going to take the two masked head sculpts and put them off to the side. The next accessory I want to bring in is his trench coat. His trench coat is a soft good. I know with other figures, they went ahead and molded a plastic jacket where they molded on additional arms with the sleeves already put on. But I do like the fact that they did make a soft good with the jacket. The soft good is anything that's clothing-wise on an action figure. And Mattel excels at doing these soft goods. And usually they use a sheer material that kind of conforms to the body, but in this case, this is a jacket, this is a trench coat, and it does have that look. The only one thing that kind of bothers me about this jacket is it was folded in packaging, and you see some of the creases, and even with the collar here, it's kind of messed up a little bit because of the way it was packaged. But I'm hoping over time it kind of maybe will straighten out and go to his original form where you don't have as many wrinkles. But in order to put his jacket on, I'm gonna have to take off his head, and the reason behind that is because the hair right here will kind of get in the way when I slip the jacket on, and I won't be able to get the collar on perfectly. So the best option is to take the head off, bring the arms back, take the fist and slip them through the sleeves, just like this, and just like that. And you kind of pull the jacket over the shoulders and kind of bring the flaps forward, fold the collar over, and that wouldn't have been an option if you still left the head on because the hair would gotten in the way, and there's no way you can perfectly get this collar folded like that. And now you have Undertaker with his jacket. It's very nice. I mean, besides the wrinkles, which is going to bother me a little bit, but you can always pull that down. You know, and maybe over time the wrinkles will go away. Now, I'm not going to put the head on yet, because the next accessory I want to bring in is his tie. And his tie has some great detail. It has that stripe detail, much like, you know, the actual Undertaker, or the actual tie that he wears to the ring. And right here you have this little thing that goes around the neck. It's a little rubber band. So I'm going to hook that around the neck just like that. And now I'm going to go ahead and take the Undertaker's head. And this is a little tricky, and I've had a hard time off camera. I'm going to go ahead and put this head on. And it does pop into place. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do it this time around, but it takes a lot of force, and I think I do have his head on. I'm not going to chance it too much because it does not go on too securely. But a lot of times with the additional heads, for some reason, the only head that really pops on and off easily is a default head. But now I have Undertaker with both his jacket and his tie, and this is part of his entrance attire, which made him appear very menacing. And the thing with Undertaker is, he was very sleek looking. I know Undertaker is a very, very big man. He's very muscular, but the figure here kind of comes off very sleek, and it's because, you know, Mattel, you know, got a lot of controversy in the past because of the way they visualized the female body, and that was only because a lot of people were judging Mattel because of the shape of the Barbie figures or Barbie dolls. And the reason why Barbie dolls were shaped the way they were was because the clothes that sat on them needed to look nice, and back then, it was more about the accessories that they sold in addition to the Barbies. So they'd sell a Barbie, then they would they would make their money off the clothes. Well, the clothes had to look nice, and so Barbies were more like mannequins back then. And that's kind of how I feel this Undertaker being so sleek and slender is because the way the jacket sits on him if you were to display him in his entrance attire. The next accessory I want to bring in is his mask. And this mask has some fantastic detail. It does look just like that Phantom of the Opera mask that he wore to the ring. And the reason why he wore this is because he actually did have a facial injury where there was a short duration of time where he had to wear this mask to protect his face. But this mask has that color detail here. I'm not sure what that was from, but you could actually put this mask on this head sculpt, and you have to slide it under the hairpiece right here, and it does slip in between the hair and the actual head mold, which is really cool. The only bad thing about this is the hairpiece right here kind of frays outwards, and it looks like you can get it to kind of conform to the mask a little bit, but it looks pretty goofy where you have these hair strands kind of like sticking out like that, almost like he's an anime character. But the next accessory I want to go ahead and bring in, and it doesn't really work with this hat too, so I'm going to put this hat on because it kind of doesn't work because with the hair fraying out and the mask kind of pushing the hair out a little bit, the hat kind of sits on his head and looks very silly, as you can see. So I'm going to go ahead and take this mask off, and I'm going to go put the hat on, and the hat actually goes on a little bit further and kind of conforms to the head a little bit, and he does look more like the Undertaker with his head down like that. Very, very cool accessory. I'll take this mask, put it off to the side. But this Undertaker here is, I mean, I've seen him on shelves, and there's a lot of him, but I did see that in the same case with the Undertaker that came out last year, and it seems like they're making it an annual thing that every October they're going to release a version of the Undertaker. This year's a purple and black Phantom Undertaker. Last year it was the one that returned after he was resurrected from that very live match against Kane. And the year before that it was a black and gray debuting Undertaker. So I'm not sure what Undertaker they'll bring out next year, but I'm guessing that they're making this more of an annual October thing. It's a nice thing because it's themed for Halloween. And this version of Undertaker is fantastic. I mean, he is probably a redeco of the black and gray, but the black and gray I want to say is maybe a little bit different because the hair sculpt would have to be different because it's a little bit shorter. But nonetheless, you have over 30 points of articulation, and you have so many options with the different swappable heads and hands. This figure is just fantastic. But if you guys found any of the information in this review valuable, please like and share this video. Also, if you really enjoy my content, please subscribe to my channel, and while you're there, click the bell to be notified of any future videos. I want to thank you guys for watching Red Steele's Toy Collector Review. I'll check you guys out next time.